Hi students, good morning. We were discussing the new chapter here, that is the theory of firm under perfect competition. So we have discussed how a firm produces different commodities to earn the profit, and the meaning of market in two methods, that is traditional method and the modern method. Okay. So after that we also learned something that essentials of market, that is commodity, buyers and sellers, price, and the last one, place or an arrangement. Well, so in this class we directly go to the understanding of firm and industry and the differentiation between firm and industry. So let us come with the first one, that is firm. For what actually we are going to call as a firm? What do you mean by firm? So usually you might have heard about the factory, plant, firm, isn't it? Right? So here for what actually you are going to call as a firm? So firm is a part of industry. So you come across with the industry firm, right? So here firm is an individual unit. It's a single entity. It's a single firm. Particular firm. Well, so meaning point of view, the firm is going to be defined as firm is a individual unit of an industry. See, this is an individual unit. It's a part of industry. So many firms are going to exist in the firm, that is what in the industry, but that is how here the industry is individual unit. It's a part of industry. Okay, so that is what we are going to call it a firm. And this is how firm is an individual unit of an industry which produces different goods and services. So this is how firm is an individual unit of an industry which produces different goods and services for the purpose of selling in the market is called firm. Okay, so this is about firm. So example for the firm. What are the different examples you can say? Take an example of industry of cement, and in that what are the different firms you can see. So one I can just say ACC Cement Limited. That is what ACC company or cement company you can say. ACC Cement Company and Birla Cement Company. Okay, the same way Nagarjun Cement Company. Like that, so many different companies or the firms that we are going to quote in the cement industry. In the same way, cotton industry or in another different industries, what we are going to see in that individual firms or individual company, what we are going to get, and that is the firm here. So that is what I have mentioned in the cement industry. Cement industry is a whole. In that ACC Cement Company, it is a company, it's an individual or particular firm in a cement company or cement industries. In the same way, Birla Company, Birla Cement is again one of the firms. Well, so like that, another one Nagarjun. So many of different cement companies we are going to see, and those all individual units are going to call as firm. Well, then after this, coming to the second one into this, that is industry. Well, firm is an individual unit of an industry, whereas industry is a group of firms. Industry is a group of firms engaged in the economic activities. engaged in the economic activities. Which means, you see, industry is a group of firms. Group of firms in the sense where we are going to club different same nature firms or same economic activities processed firms or the companies together, then the group itself is going to call as industry. Okay? Well, so example for this industry, if I say, example point of view, that for example, cement industry, say for example, cotton industry, the same way, that is what iron and steel industry, right? Sugar industry, etc. See, like that. See, in the cement industry, it consists of so many different companies. As I mentioned here, just see ACC company, okay, Birla company, then that is what Nagarjuna company. See, the sum total of these, the totality of these individual firms, that is cement industry. Okay, these are the different cement firms, cement factories, cement companies. When you add all these companies together, then we get one industry, that is cement industry. In the same way, cotton industry, different cotton firms taken together. In the same way again, in case of steel and iron industries, which again different companies you can see. So in the same again, lastly, sugar industry also. So many of these different sugar factories, companies are there. When we may take into one particular group, the group itself of similar nature works or processes are coming under one industry. That is example here I mentioned: sugar industry, iron and steel industries, cotton industries, and cement industry, and so on. Okay, so this is how we are going to make a group of firms together, that is called industry. Well, okay, so let us see the differentiation between industries and firm. Let us move towards the next one, that is differentiation. We'll make the differentiation. Differentiation between firm and industry. Firm and industry. I need two columns here. One is firm, other one is industry. Okay, firm and industry. Well, so now first one I go here. Firm and industry. In that first, if I go, what do you mean by firm? It's an individual unit of industry. So first one, it's an individual unit of an industry. First, as per the meaning itself, we are going to say the firm is an individual unit of an industry. So individual unit means it's a particular part of industry. Whereas coming to the industry point, industry is a group of firms. It's a group of firms as a whole. See, so in case of this firm, it's an individual or particular unit. Where in case of industry, this is the group of firms where we taken together as a whole, then it is a industry. Okay, this is one. Well, come to the second one into this. Existence of single firm. Firm means it's an individual unit, which means it's existence of a single company. So that is what? In case of firm, existence of single firm or single company or just a unit. Coming to in this case, it is existence of many firms. So in case of industry, existence of many firms. Many firms in the sense more than one firm. So either it may be 2, 3, 4, 5 and any number of firms which are going to exist in case of industry. Here only one firm, whereas in case of this, many firms which are dealing the same kind of economic activities. This is the second differentiation between firm and industry. Come to the next one, third one. Here in case of firm, it is narrow concept. It's narrow concept compared to industry. See, it is narrow concept. Narrow, which means where it just deals only with the firm, individual unit, and that is why we call it as a narrow concept. Which means where we study only of an individual or particular firm, only of that study is consists of narrow study. But in case of industry, see, in case of industry, it's a broad concept. It's a broad concept compared to firm. Why we are going to call it as a broad term here? Broad concept. Why? Because it's not a study of only one firm. It's a study of different firms in a group. Okay. So that is this is the broad concept. Well, this is the third one. Fourth one. For these firms which are going to exist in case of a firm are not having separate rules and regulations. For these, no separate rules and regulations. For each firm, what they are going to be there in an industry, take for example in cement industry, for all the firms, whatever the rules and regulations brought by the government or brought by the industrialists, and that is going to be same, no change. So for example, there is no particular rule for ACC company, and the same way again no change for other Birla company. For all ACC, Birla, Nagarjuna, Ultratech, whatever different companies of cement industry, they are going to come. For all those firms, there will be a rules and regulation which is very similar. No change from one firm to other firm. And because of that reason, we say no separate rules and regulations for each firm. All the firms will consist of same rules and regulations which have been led by government or industry. So for this is no separate rules. Coming to this here, separate rules and regulations for each industries. You can also write here regulations for each firm. Well, so here in case of this, separate rules and regulations. How it is going to separate rules and regulations here? Because here the rules which have been brought for cement industry may not necessarily be same for sugar industry, cotton industry and steel and iron industries. So here the rules and regulations set for one particular industry is totally different for other set of different industries. Either it may be, say for example, the rules brought to the industry of steel and iron. Okay, for that whatever rules brought by the government are not going to be similar for cement industry. Why? Because the nature of economic activities performed in one industry with the other industry are going to totally change. That is the reason why we say that there will be a separate rules and regulations for different industries. But it is not so in case of firms. This is one. Well, come to the next one. If I say an example point of view, fifth one, examples examples. That is how ACC company, Ultratech, company, okay, Birla company, etc. So like that, so many different companies you can see. In case of this, here examples. So take for example, cotton industry, iron and steel industry, the same way cement industry, etc. Well, so here coming to the example point of view. So that is our example ACC company, Ultratech company, Birla company, Nagarjuna company. So these are the different examples for the firm. Whereas in case of industries, that is cotton industry, iron and steel industries, and cement industry, and these are all different examples that we can bring in this particular industry. Well, so this is how we are going to differentiate firm with the industry. Hope you clear here. Well, so let us go to the next one. Classifications of markets. That how we classify the markets on the basis of different aspects. Let us see that in this class. So I am going to the next one, classifications. Well, come to this here, classifications of markets. Classifications of market. So here market is only one word, but where we are going to classify on the basis of different terminologies, different concepts, different aspects. So what are the different markets that we are going to do here? Let us see. Firstly, we are going to classify markets on time period, on the basis of place, and on the basis of nature of competition. So let us see the first one in that classification, that is on the basis of time. Market can be classified on the basis of time. So here in case of time, we will say, for example, first one, very short run markets. Very short run markets. The second one into this, short run markets. The third one in the same, that is long run markets. Well, on the basis of time period, we are going to divide the markets into three main types. One is very short run markets, and long run markets. Very short run markets in the sense where these market usually operates within a year, and which means where the buying and selling process that takes place in a particular place or particular time period, and that is taken here is within the year. And coming to this short run, where it is over and above 1 year and below 5 years, and this is the market activities takes place in between above 1 year and below 5 years, and long term, which is above 5 years. Okay, where marketing activities are going to take place over and above 5 years, then we are going to call it as a long-term markets. This is on the basis of time. So here, secondly, on the basis of place. Well, on the basis of place, again we are going to divide this into different types. So first one I can say local markets. Secondly, the same regional markets, and you can say third in the same national markets, and the fourth one international markets. These international markets can also be called as open market. Open market, which means where these buying and selling activities take place in between different countries. That is what international markets. The first one, local markets, which means locally available markets. Take for example vegetable markets, fruits market, or like APMC and all. So which are within one particular region. So within the surroundings of the villages, and that is called local market. Regional market which takes place in case of taluka level or district level, and that is the regional market. National market, it is within the country and which takes place state level and national level markets. Okay, so that is all national market. And the last one, international market, it is also called as open market, as I already mentioned. That is how the buying and selling process of these marketing activities takes in between different countries. That is the international market. Well, so these are all the different types that we are going to classify on the basis of, that is, place. Let us come to the third one here. Third one, that is on the basis of computation. The third one important classification we do on the basis of computation. How the computation is going to exist? Usually the computation exists in two ways. The first one we can say into this perfect computation. Perfect computation. And the second one is imperfect computation. Imperfect computation. On the basis of computation, one is perfect computation and the other one is imperfect computation. So perfect computation, that is what actually we have to study in this chapter, and whereas imperfect computation, this is the next chapter. But prior to that, what are the different imperfect competitive markets are going to exist in this? So if we see in that, small a, monopoly, second b, monopolistic, third C, duopoly, the next D, oligopoly. Right? So in case of imperfect computation, monopoly, monopolistic, duopoly, oligopoly, these are the different classifications of markets. That is on the basis of imperfect computation. Imperfect computation where the computation is not same. It is different from one market to other market, and that is how we are going to study these things. And before to this perfect computation, where we are going to see that the computation which exists between different firms is going to be similar in nature. How they are going to perform the different activities are going to be similar nature. The competition between different firms and different industries will be same, and that is what we are going to study under perfect computation. Well, all these classifications we have to study in the different classes, but these all you will study in the higher classes. In our topic, in our syllabus, we have to cover these things, and we will discuss about these things, and we have to begin perfectly computation. And that is how. Let us see in the next class. Until, stay at home, be safe. Thank you so much.